Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight we got some wrestling news, and then we'll do Dynamite recap, and then we'll call it a night, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a freaking Thursday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get going with this show here tonight on a Thursday. So first of all, man, what's going on? Apparently last night, Saraya in a backstage interview with Renee Paquette, sitting with both, what's her face, Tony Storm and Akira Tishiwa. She seemed to chose Tony Storm as her partner for next week's match versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Pendejo face for Kushida Kashawa. She was sitting there. Renee looked at her like, "What do you want me to do?" Pendejo face. But I mean, I don't know, because in the previous interview they had with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter with Tony Schiavone, Britt Baker said, "I'm the boss." So I don't know, man. Maybe they attack her next week before the match. Tony Storm can compete, and instead comes Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. There's still some possibilities, I guess. There's people that believe Sasha Banks is AEW bound. So we'll see. Maybe this is just to get a bigger pop, right? People thinking, oh, it's going to be Tony Storm. And then at the end, she gets hurt and it turns out it's replaced by Sasha Banks, Moné. We'll see, man. Kenny Omega got hurt at New Japan in his match versus what's his face? Will Ospreay. He hurt his eye socket, but they're saying the injury is not too bad. They're saying he should be able to compete next week in that ladder match versus that triangle. So they're saying it's not a bad injury. He should be fine. So good to know Kenny Omega's fine. Good to know, man. The Young Bucks, man. People are wondering, when is their contract finishing up with AEW? I believe that they signed a 4-year deal, which could take them all the way to 2026, assuming this deal was signed sometime in 2022. So that's the belief. The Young Bucks signed the 4-year deal a few months ago that will take them until 2026. So good to know. Yeah, I don't think those guys are going anywhere, the Young Bucks. I feel like those three guys, Kenny Omega, Young, if they ever leave AEW, they're in trouble. But yeah, man, apparently they signed a 4-year deal a few months ago to 2026. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Dynamite recap. Let's do some Dynamite recap. Ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a freaking Thursday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not getting here. All right, man. Oh shit, this is not. It's not in order. Ugh. Is there a better one? I like. There's a certain one I like to do where it literally does it letter by letter, so then I don't forget any of the freaking segments. Is it? I think it might be this one. Let me see. Nope, it's not that one. Hold on, ladies. Bear with me here. I'm trying to find one that does it match by match or like segment through segment, so then I forget nothing. But I'm struggling finding it today. Maybe I can just try this one. Let's see. Nope. All right, this one seems to be kind of good. Well, we'll try this one. All right, so the show it's not as good as the one I usually use. So I don't know where the website is that I usually use. But anyways, so Dynamite, man, tonight, man, from Seattle. First show ever in Seattle, man. What a great show, man. Starts off with Chris Jericho, man, in a match versus Ricky Starks. What a great match to start off the show, man. Great match, man. At the end, man, fucking Chris Jericho has Ricky Starks in the freaking Walls of Jericho, and then I don't know if somebody of the Jericho Appreciation Society hits Ricky Starks with like a weapon, and the referee doesn't see it, and then he's out cold. I'm like, oh, Jericho's gonna win. The referee's gonna think that he went out cold because of the pain from the Walls of Jericho, but instead, I thought they changed it to just one, where you raise your arm once and then it's over. Now I guess they went back to 3. So she raises her arm 3 times, and then by the 3rd time, Ricky starts showing life. He's still in it. He gets out of it, and then he hits a spear. Great win for Ricky Starks, man. So it looks like Tony Khan does believe in Ricky Starks, right? If he would have lost this match after losing a few weeks ago to MJF in the World Championship match, it would have probably been really bad for Ricky Starks. So good win for Ricky Starks. After the match, the Jericho Appreciation Society starts beating him up. That other guy that what's his face? I forgot his name. The guy that showed up, Austin something. Artretti, what his name is. He shows up. He tries to help out. The one he threw the fireball to a few weeks ago after he beat him. And then he beats him up too. They end up putting Ricky Starks to a freaking table. But the commentator says Jericho possibly for the first time in his life has lost 2 matches in a row. So I don't know if they're going to go with a storyline where Jericho starts losing a lot and he starts getting frustrated. We'll see where they go from that, man. But that was pretty interesting he said that, man. And then we have a freaking segment with fucking Adam Page and freaking John Moxley, where apparently we on TV could hear Moxley's microphone, but the fans in Seattle were struggling. So they started chanting, "We can hear you." And Moxley got to new microphone. "Can you hear me now, Seattle, Seattle?" And then as soon as they chant, "Yes, we can hear you," the freaking microphone goes off again. And he's like, "Oh, fuck." And then he chants, "Okay, guys, now what? Is the fucking microphone on?" And people chant. But it was so funny because at home we could hear him, but apparently the fans over there in the arena couldn't. That was hilarious, man. Remember a few weeks ago, same thing, I think the microphone didn't work, and he forgot the fucking date of the paper. And he was like, "Wait, when is the paper? Saturday, Sunday." This guy's hilarious, man. You can tell John Moxley doesn't know what the hell's going on. Jesus Christ, man. I think Tony Khan's like, damn, out of everybody, this guy has to have the microphone problems. It was hilarious, man. But yeah, they have their little promo. Supposedly the storyline is, I believe that this one is a storyline that Adam Page could possibly get clear next week, and if he does, he can finally have that match in Los Angeles. And John was like, "I'm sick and tired of you like making me look like the bad guy. Like it happens as a fight, and what makes you think that when we ever do get back in the ring, it's gonna be any different, the same outcome?" And they want to fight, they want to beat the hell out of each other, but obviously they can't because Adam Page is not clear yet. So John Moxley helps back and he just walks out of the ring. But pretty good stuff, man. Pretty good promo. Pretty good stuff, man. And then we get the tag team match, the Acclaim versus the Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, where there was a freaking part in this match where so they're trying to kick out that big guy. I forgot his name. Sario Seal, what the hell his name is, and so a bunch of referees come out, like 5 referees to try to get him out, and apparently they have a pin, which I forgot which one it was, Jay Lethal or freaking or Jeff Jarrett. They pin one of the Acclaim, and he puts his foot on the ropes, but then they take it off, so the referee counts to 3. And for a few minutes there, I'm like, damn, really? Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are the tag team champions. But thankfully, the referee, Arbery, comes and says, no, he got his foot on the rope and he took it off. So they restart the match. Right away, a few seconds later, the Acclaim went a full roll-up and they retained them. Yeah, good stuff, I guess, to get the people to get pissed, right? Get a reaction out of fans on possibly Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett winning the tag team titles there for a few seconds. But a good match. It was entertaining. Fucking Max Caster with his fucking rap in the beginning continues to fucking poke the fucking Jeff Jarrett's wife. She's more controversial than Skip Bayless. Oh, man. But good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Let's see here. Next, we had Bryan Danielson versus Tony Nese. It was a fucking squash match. It was to get to freaking the freaking Brian. Another great promo here by Bryan Danielson and MJF, man, going back and forth, saying, MJF telling him, just because you look like a goat doesn't mean you're the goat. I think your mom couldn't find any humans, so she ended up going with a goat to have you. And he's like, well, speaking of that, your mom was the opposite. She had a bunch of humans available, apparently. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if every man in this arena had a relationship with your mom. So great stuff, man. You can really tell this company is more adult friendly. It's just so much entertaining for us, the adults. I can see why kids, they like WWE better. But if you're an adult, man, this is much better, man. All the sex jokes, insulting moms. Adam Page also told John Moxley, I'm going to drive your dick into the dirt. It's just a much better show, especially for the adults, man. Honestly, man. This is the closest I felt to WWE in the 90s when they had The Rock, when they had Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Mick Foley, Kurt Angle. This is the closest I felt to the Attitude Era, man. These last years with AEW. But anyways, man, yeah, man. So they're going back and forth. They're insulting each other. And then Bryan Danielson challenged them to a match. Like, no, but I did talk to Tony Khan, and he told me that if you win every match until February 7, you in the rankings, you would automatically become the #1 contender. So let's do that, man. If you win all your matches from now until February 7, you officially become the #1 contender on the rankings, I will give you a shot at the AEW World Championship in Revolution on March. And they're like, okay, I agree to it, but then let me say our stipulation for our match. And then he's like, he probably thinks he's going to get another qualification or something. Also, you're actually going to allow me to cheat in front of the referee. Okay. Like, no, I don't believe you're that good on the ring. I believe your cardio is terrible. There's a reason you barely wrestle anymore. I think he's only wrestled one time ever since he won the title at Full Gear. He's like, I'm gonna expose you for not being that good of a wrestler because we're gonna go in 1 hour Iron Man match. So that's gonna be apparently the match. So that's a stipulation, and I mean, it's gonna happen, right? He's gonna win every match until February 7th. Maybe MJF's gonna try to interfere in these matches to try to cost him, so he loses. It's gonna be kind of fun the next month or so, having him he's gonna try to win every match, and then I'm surprised they didn't push it back until maybe February 20, maybe because the Revolution started until March 5. I'm surprised they didn't say until February 25 or something, But anyways, we'll see how they do that. But yeah, I think MJ's gonna probably be interfering in a bunch of his matches to try to get him loose. But anyway, they agreed to it. So Bryan Danielson has to win every match until February 7, and he's officially the #1 contender. And then they will fight in an Iron Man 1 hour match at Revolution. So good stuff, man. Another great promo, man. Another great promo. Then we get another match: AR Fox versus Swerve Strickland. Whatever. Swerve Strickland wins this match pretty easily. Whatever. Next, we get this was kind of like when the show went a little bit down, I think. Jade Cargill and Red Violet versus Kara Hogan and Sky Blue. Whatever. Jade Cargill wins. Whatever. And then it went back up again at the main event, man. Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. Great match, man. Fucking Darby Allin comes out from he starts hitting him with the skateboard, beats the hell out of him. The match didn't start for a while. Then they finally started. But, they made Darby Allin look good. But then at the end, too, Samoa Joe got his stuff in. But I think at one point, I don't know you don't see this a lot, right? Darby Allin, Samoa Joe had him in the Coquina clutch. And Darby Allin slipped out of it. That was pretty impressive. And then at the end, fucking Darby Allin won, man. With a coffin drop. I think he had 2 or 3 coffin drops. And he finally pinned them. And so Darby Allin wins the championship. I'm surprised how they went with Darby Allin instead of Wardlow. wouldn't I don't know. Like I felt like even though they did the Warlow thing with the leg where he was supposed to have that injured leg, I don't know, man. Kind of surprised they went with Darby Allin instead of Warlow. I would have. I mean, I would have just kept it on Samoa Joe. Honestly, he's been doing so good. I mean, he's making it. He's doing what he's been doing. What Gunther has been doing in WWE with the Intercontinental Championship, making it feel special. I don't know. We'll see how they do it. We'll see if they continue to keep giving the TNT champion the attention they were these last few months, weeks since Samoa Joe was champion. We'll see if they continue to do that with Darby Allin being champion. But yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised that if they didn't give it to Warlow this week, I thought they were not going to give it to Darby Allin either. I was surprised when I saw Darby Allin win it. But yeah, so Darby Allin is your new champion. Sting comes out, they celebrate. And that's pretty much the end of the show. This was a very good show, ladies and gentlemen. The first match, Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks. Then the promos, right, with Adam Page and Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson and MJF. Then the main event with Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. Great show. It was a fantastic show. Like I said, I think the fact that they're allowed to say a lot more stuff here, like with the cursing and like with the mom jokes, sex jokes, it's just a better show, especially for the adults. I find myself more entertained with this. Like you can't compare it to Raw because it's 3 hours, but compared it to SmackDown, SmackDown's a lot more watered down, right? It's just for kids, and this shit's for adults, man. You just compare those 2 hours. SmackDown, don't get me, it's good, but this is just more energy. I think a lot of it too has to do with, and I think maybe WWE is finally starting to realize this, that because they do have the 100% roster available, they can do more stuff. Where WWE, they're starting to maybe realize, and having guys, be on SmackDown from Raw and guys from Raw be on SmackDown, that you could just put them on a much better show when you have 100% of your roster available, man. But yeah, man, another great show by Dynamite. Fantastic. This was I give it an A, man, honestly. Maybe, if anything, I give this shit. That was a fantastic show, man. But anyways, man, hell of a show. Until next time, I'm on a light.